Alright, so we're doing this algebraic expression thing. Here it is. We're going to evaluate. I think they say evaluate. That's their favorite word when it comes to these kind of problems. Alright, so evaluate, here it is. It's 2k plus n, but look, they make it a little bit trickier, over p minus 3. And they tell you if, right, because you couldn't find just that answer, you got to know what these variables are. So k equals -2, n equals -4, and p equals 5. Alright, so there you go. Let's do this one together. Alright, and then maybe the next example, I'll let you try it on your own and see if you can get the right answer. Alright, let's just work this one together. So watch what I do here. Here's what I do, and this is what I would do. If I was to do a problem on this worksheet that I'm going to give you or from the book, I would write this thing out. Exactly what I'm doing up here on the screen is what you should be doing on your own homework. Does that make sense? Alright, so here we go. It's 2k, so it's 2, and then I put a parentheses. And then you can fill it in if you want to. What is the k? It's -2. And then it's plus n. What's the n? It's -4. You don't really have to put that -4 in parentheses, but I will. Over p minus 3. What's the p? 5, and then just minus 3. You don't need really parentheses on those, do you? Alright, so let's work this out little step by step. Let's do each little part at a time so we can see. So yeah, 2 times -2 is -4. And then what's this going to be? Plus -4, or you could put -4, it doesn't matter, over 2. Good. See that? I'm showing every little step, aren't I? Keep gum in your mouth. Scrappy, thank you. You're allowed to chew gum, but I don't want it all over the place. -4 plus -4, what's that? You're adding and you got the same signs. What's the rule when you add and you have the same? You add them together and you keep the sign, right? You only subtract when they're different signs. When they're the same sign, you add them up. So it's -8 over 2, and now look, you're multiplying, you got different signs. Your answer is always going to be what? Negative, and it's going to be -4. There it is. I showed the problem, showed my steps, showed my answer. That's what I mean by show your work. Okay, I'm pretty picky on that, and you're going to find out pretty soon.
Emma Sills, please come to the guidance office. Emma Sills.
All right. Let's do one more, and let's talk about this first of all before I even give you the example. What's that thing all about? Those two little bars. You make it positive, right? What do we call that? What's absolute value? Very good. Okay, so it doesn't necessarily just change the sign of it. People, for some reason, think that absolute value just changes the sign of it. In this situation, it does. But what if I had this? What if I had the absolute value of +5? That's right. It stays positive. For some reason, people really get messed up with this. What if you had a negative out in front of the, then you would make it negative, right? Everybody got that? Okay, good. So now let me get rid of all this mess, and then I'm going to write a problem down, and then I'm going to let you try to work it yourself. I'll give you a few minutes to work it out, and then we'll see how you did. All right? So here it is. Again, it says evaluate. And here it is. It's 3, then absolute value, a minus b, close the absolute value, plus 2, another absolute value, c minus 5. There you go. And then they'll tell you what the letters are, the variables. A is -2, b is -4, and c is +3. Alright, there it is. I'll pause this while you work on it. I'll give you a couple minutes to work on it. Do this together, okay? I won't even read off the answer just yet. We'll go through it and see how you did. See how close you came to what I'm going to do. Hopefully I'll get it right too. Yeah, I get to go to 15, so we're good. Alright, so it's 3 times, I'll tell you what, let's just keep the absolute value there. So what is it? It's -2 minus what? -4. Alright, plus 2, absolute value, then 3 minus 5. Okay? Do what's inside the absolute value first. Okay? So we mess with this. We could probably do a little bit of this in our head. So 3. What is that 3 doing to this absolute value again? It's multiplying. So that means it's going to be a parentheses after I make it positive, right? So what is this? Negative 2 minus a negative. What's minus a negative do? Add a line, change the sign, right? Mrs. Swam's famous saying. All right. I always say just add the opposite. It's not, doesn't sound as fun, but it means the same thing. So what's negative 2 plus 4? It's 2. What's the absolute value of positive 2? It's just positive 2, isn't it? All right, so it stays a positive 2. So really, that absolute value didn't really have much to do with this one, did it? All right, but it might the other one. Who knows? What's this going to be? What's 3 minus 5? It's negative 2, but it's in absolute value, so what's that mean? That means it's going to be positive 2. So that's going to be a positive 2. That absolute value did make a difference, didn't it? All right, it changed a negative 2 into a positive 2. All right, so let's do this. 3 times 2, that's 6. And then 2 times 2 is 4, and there's your 10 right there. All right? Who got 10 when they did it themselves?
Yeah, I got 10, but I
Yeah.
accidentally put negatives.
You put a negative? Why did you? Where did you put the negative? Like right here?
Yeah, I think so. I'm not
Okay,
sure what
you
I
probably
did.
put one here and one here
Yeah,
then.
that's what I did.
Yeah, because if you put one here, you wouldn't have gotten 10, because you would have had 6 minus 4.
Yeah, I had both
Yeah.
places in.
Now remember, absolute value, okay, means what you do what's in there. All right, Clifton, you with me? All right. You do what's inside of there, and then you take it and make it positive. All right, it's always positive. You don't just change the sign of it, you make it positive. If it's already positive, then it stays positive. If it was negative, like it was right here, then you change it to positive. All right, that's what absolute value is doing for us. You with me on that? All right. Any questions on this? You sure? All right. Not too many people raise their hand that they got 10. Who got 10 the first time before I did it? Raise your hand. No, 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 no. You didn't get 10? You didn't get 10? Nobody on this side? Nobody on this side? Who got 10 the first time they did it? One? Only one person got that answer right? You sure? What'd you do, Kenny?
I made that 6.
You made this a 6? Okay. So your addition was wrong? Okay. All right. All right. You got negative 10? Okay. Probably because you didn't apply the absolute value? All right. Make sure you understand. Let me ask you this question. If you got it wrong, which everybody did, except for one, did you figure out what you did wrong?
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah? All right. Well, as long as there's nothing wrong with making mistakes, as long as you learn from your mistakes and get, and figure out what you did wrong. All right, cool. All right, well, that's it. We'll stop this. You want to say bye? All right.